G'day, or should I say hello, and welcome to Seniormash, talking about rugby union, and hoping that you're enjoying what I'm doing. And if you are, please do like, do subscribe, give it a thumbs up, or put a comment. I'm using Substack, as you know, and I'll be issuing regular newsletters covering all the work that I'm doing, whether it's rugby, childhood memories, or some of my latest experimentation, which is kids fiction. More about that maybe some other time. But for now, let's focus on rugby union. And over the weekend, it was great to see Women's Six Nations. France 38, Scotland 15, Wales 12, England 67. And then on Sunday, we had Italy 12, Ireland 54. Really enjoying the competition, and it's a real good teaser for the Rugby World Cup later in the year here in the UK. Friday night, Premiership Rugby and Sale 27-24, close one, but well done Sale, keep it going. And one of the other ones that caught my eye actually was Saturday was Exeter 17, Newcastle 15, very close. And I noticed that in the rugby paper, the headline is that Steve Diamond is supporting our RFU CEO. Very interesting. Wasn't quite expecting that. Well done, Steve. Bath continuing on their winning ways. Delighted for them. And Gloucester, I was surprised, 53-28 versus Bristol. And in the United Rugby Championship, Glasgow 42, Lions 0. And if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Matthews didn't score a try. Really quite worrying. Is this a drought, Johnny? Well, there'll be more about Johnny Matthews a little later with two, I think, previously unseen videos. Might be wrong. It might be one that's previously unseen and the other could have appeared via Glasgow Warriors social media. So thanks, Glasgow Warriors. Enjoy what you're doing. I think your match commentary is pretty spectacular on social media. Congrats. So Saturday, very few National League games, but the Championship was alive. Bedford taking the victory versus Cornish Pirates. Coldie and Ampthill in a very close game. Coldie 22, Ampthill 27. Cambridge losing to Harbury. Chinner 37, Coventry 45. Ealing Trailfinders 82, Nottingham 5. And London Scottish 5, Doncaster 42. In the English National 1, it was, I believe, Bishop Stortsford 31, Birmingham Moseley 29, and in Nat 2 East, it was Guernsey 21, Tunbridge Judinians 49. So some good rugby, high scoring, and we're seeing plenty of that this season. So if you are a sports fan and you like live sport, get out to your local clubs and watch. Buy a pint, have a pie or a sausage roll, bag of chips. Get down there. Please do support these clubs. Now, I've used this backdrop on a couple of occasions. It's Sedgley Park versus Fylde, and the scrum half is Callum McShane. And here on the flank is Max Ashcroft. A very rare piece of footage, I must say. Rugby continues to provide great entertainment for me. Whether I'm watching live, whether I'm following it on social media, whether the fabulous @Sedge Media has got its live streaming, and clearly the TV channels doing a wonderful job getting rugby in front of people. I'm still committed to encouraging people to come and watch live rugby. So please do. And if you can hit like or subscribe, it'd be most welcome. The team at Talking Rugby Union continue to do some outstanding independent work on rugby. They really enable young sports journalists to get a voice, to get known. And that I think is really important. And if you can just hit like, give them a follow, the team at Talking Rugby Union, I know would appreciate it. And for me, throughout the years I've seen Talking Rugby Union, one thing I can tell you for sure is that they love rugby union. So, yet another challenge set by one of my Substack subscribers. Delighted. And this time it's, how easy is it to transition from rugby union to the NFL in the United States? Well, first of all, I'd say it's a pretty challenging endeavor, but several athletes have pursued this with varying degrees of success, I'd have to say. Currently, the most notable examples would be Lewis Rees-Zammit, and I also think the Australian Jordan Maliata. So Lewis Rees-Zammit was spectacular in rugby union, incredible speed, and I think Wales really have missed him. And it's been good to see as the Six Nations developed, to see him in the crowd supporting Wales. And let's face it, Wales have had a tough Six Nations. I would say Lewis Rees-Zammit, in my mind, speed and agility. And when he joined the International Player Pathway Program through the NFL, I guess I wasn't surprised. So he started off in the so-called IMG Academy in Florida. And you've really got to hone your skills for gridiron. He was initially signed by Kansas City Chiefs as a running back, but I don't think that quite worked out. And subsequently, he's joined Jacksonville Jaguars. And they've moved him from that sort of running back to wide receiver. And given the way he plays rugby union, or had played rugby union, I think that's a pretty smart move. But let's see where he goes. I've got some great photographs of Christian Wade with the team from Talking Rugby Union, and I'll post those for you to take a look at. Look, Christian Wade gave it a great go in NFL, and he also did the International Player Pathway and was with Buffalo Bills in, I think it was 2019. Didn't quite make the grade, but came back to rugby union, initially with a Racing 92 and now with Gloucester. I just wish he stopped wearing those awful looking leggings. Note to self, Christian. But I think it's got to be Jordan Mailata, Australian, former rugby league player. He's drafted in 2018 by the Philadelphia Eagles, I think. And despite no prior American football experience, he became a key offensive tackle. And in February this year, he made history by becoming the first ever Australian to start, play, and win a Super Bowl, contributing significantly to the Eagles' victory over the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's possible, and it's certainly something that players can get on board with. If you've got any views, put them down below, comment, and let me know what you think. So coming up, some unseen footage of Johnny Matthews and some views on how potentially rugby clubs can use social media to improve engagement.
Picks up the ball that pops out of the back there, but could have been offside. But we see Johnny Matthews streaking down the sideline, and possibly not always found on the wing, but it's a very good try and taking advantage of the fact that he had a bit more pace than his opponent, Mr. Cork on the outside.
2 on 2, wasn't it? You just saw there's not many times that this man's going to make an outside break. He did it today. You'll remember it for a long time because the players in that body shape. He's got 10 out as he's coming off. He's delighted with himself. He don't have to make the outside break and score with the sticks.
And another Canadian goes over.
It's very interesting how Johnny Matthews' speed never ceases to embarrass commentators, whether it's at Bournemouth or the Hong Kong Tens. So, keep scoring tries, Johnny, and continue looking after all those stray dogs that you come across pitchside, whether it's my dog Molly or here after a Glasgow Warriors game where you've identified this little dog as looking like your own. Johnny, it's a pleasure to watch your career progress, and whether it was at Sedgley Park, we really thank you for the contribution you've made to helping put smiles on rugby union supporters. So thanks all, give this a thumbs up, and this has been Seniormash with Talking Rugby Union Reflections.